welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Sherry. Today we are going to talk about the food on the Galactic Starcruiser. My family and I went on the Galactic Starcruiser a couple months ago. I get a lot of questions about the food. It is definitely a topic of conversation. So first of all of your food and beverage is included with your voyage fare of the Galactic Starcruiser. The only beverage that's not included are alcoholic beverages, but your sodas, water, coffee, tea, blue and green milk, those are all included. And the beverages can be found in the dining room during breakfast and lunch. It's a buffet and you can go anytime that the buffet is open, you can go and get beverages there. Or if you are in the atrium, there's the bar there. You can go to the bar and order a soda, an iced tea. And I found that a lot of times we were in the atrium waiting for something or just hanging out, and there were servers, there were cast members walking around, crew members walking around they would just come up and talk to you and say, can I get you something to drink? So we would order like iced teas, Coke, stuff like that. Now in your room, there are water bottles, like canters, I guess we'll call them, that you can fill with water to have water in your room, and there's glasses in your room as well. Those bottles you can fill. I know that there's a filling station in the atrium. There may be other filling stations around the ship that I didn't see, but you could fill it up there. When you were on your excursion into Batu, we were there, it was very warm out, and where you enter into Batu, there's kind of a closed off area, and in that area you had to get into that area, you had to show your pin that you get when you leave the Starcruiser or your magic band to get into that area. And they had bottled water there, as well as they had like washcloths that you could refresh with because it was very warm the day we were in Batu. And so water on your excursion into Batu is also included. So when it comes to the food, on your embarkation day, the Crown of Corellia dining room is open from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. You can begin to board the Starcruiser at 1 p.m. So what most people do is go straight to the room, dump their bags, and go to the dining room and get something to eat. For this meal, it is a buffet style, lots of options. Now, I am gluten-free, and I let the chef know. I talked to a cast member, said, I'm gluten-free, what options do I have? A lot of the menu items are gluten-free, but if there was something that I wanted that wasn't gluten-free, they could accommodate me, and they made me some special meals. So just note that if you have any kind of food allergy or, are vegetarian, they absolutely can handle that for you. So as you saw, the food definitely looks a little bit different. Everything, while it tastes fantastic, the presentation, you're at another planet, it is a little bit different. So the best advice that I could give to you would be to try everything. And if you don't like it, that's okay. What we did is we grabbed one of every item and then shared it between our group. And then the things that took a couple bites each, and then the things that we liked, we went back and got a full-size portion. It is all that you can eat. And like I said, the buffet is open from 1 to 4 on embarkation day, so you could eat something, leave, and come back if you wanted to, but dinner starts shortly thereafter. So on the first night of your voyage, the dining room turns into, a dining room, but it's also a little bit like dinner theater. There is a performance, which was amazing. Definitely bring your cameras, have your phone ready to take pictures, because it was definitely a highlight of the cruise. It was just really special and something different. So dinner on your first day, for both evenings on the Galactic Starcruiser, there are 2 dinner seatings. The first is at 5:30 and the second is at 8 o'clock. And so I think there's just too many people to have everybody dine together, but we talked to people we had an early seating, we ate at 5:30. We talked to people who had the 8 o'clock seating, and basically our activities that were scheduled after our dinner, the people who ate at 8 o'clock had those scheduled before dinner. So they kind of just flip-flop to thin out the crowds, I guess. So it doesn't matter really, I think, which dinner you choose, unless you have a preference of eating early. You're not going to miss something if you choose one seating over the other. Now, regardless if you eat at the 5:30 seating or the 8 p.m. seating, you can choose to sit at the captain's table. This is an upcharge. It's $50 per guest which is a little pricey. It's hard for me to say if it's really worth it. I mean, we did it and we loved it, and we did it once, we probably wouldn't do it again. So when you sit at the captain's table, it's a limited number of seats and they do fill up. So it might not be available on your voyage. So if that is something that you want to do, absolutely book it early. When you sit at the captain's table, you sit kind of in the middle of the dining room on the bottom floor. You're definitely in the center of all the action, including the live musical performance. But I should note that you only sit at the captain's table for one night, and then the other night you sit in the very front of the dining room with the table mates that you sat with at the captain's table. You all sit together both nights, but you don't sit at the captain's table both nights. So of course, sitting at the captain's table, the captain does come over and talk to you, which is kind of cool. She doesn't eat, she just comes and sits for a little bit and chats with you. I will say that we were seated directly across from her, so I could see her, but my husband and son couldn't see her quite as well, so we didn't really have a lot of interaction with her. If you are seated next to her, she does talk to you a lot more, which I think is neat, but don't sit at the captain's table because you think you're going to sit next to the captain, because you might not. The seats are pre-selected, they're pre-arranged, so when we came into the dining room, our seats were already laid out. I don't know how they assign them, whether it's by booking, I don't know, but just be aware of that. And then you do receive a few extra courses when you do sit at the captain's table, as well as a complimentary glass of champagne. The captain did a champagne toast with us. I don't think she had champagne, but she did do a champagne toast with us. So for your meal on the first night, you get a 4-course meal, but if you're at the captain's table, you get a 6-course meal. So we got 2 extra courses. So we received an amuse-bouche, and then we also got an extra protein for our dinner. I don't know what our extra protein was, but we did get an extra protein that night. So then your second day is your day at Batu, and you will have breakfast in the dining room. It is, once again, that buffet style. There was quite a large selection of breakfast options. We really enjoyed all of them. And then for your excursion into Batu, you are given quick service meal credits. So if you're familiar with Disney, you remember the dining plan and how you got the credits loaded. It is the same thing for your Batu credits. So for that quick service credit, which you will find in your My Disney Experience app, so you do have to mobile order in order to use it, and on that day you will see it pop up there and you can apply it to your meal. For adults, it's good for a meal and a beverage, including an alcoholic beverage if there's alcohol served at where you're eating. And then for children, it's just a meal. Now, they do say like you can use it at Ronto Roasters or Docking Bay 7. We personally did not use our credit. We went back to the ship to do the droid racing. We're hungry while we were there, and the buffet is open for lunch from 1 to 4. It's the same food that they had on embarkation day, so we just ate there. Then we used our credit on the next day because the dining credit does not expire until the midnight on the day that you leave the ship. So day 1 is embarkation, day 2 is Batu, and then day 3 is disembarkation. So we used it on day 3 at disembarkation. We went to Epcot that day and used it at one of the quick service restaurants there. So just note that you do not need to use your dining credit at Hollywood Studios or at Docking Bay 7 or Ronto Roasters. You can use it at any quick service restaurant that accepts food credits. And when you place a mobile order, you'll be able to see that, but you don't have to use it until midnight of your disembarkation day. So on the second night, your dining is Taste Around the Galaxy, and so each planet will have food like from that planet, and this is where you're gonna get those famous blue shrimp. I tried them. They taste totally normal. They just dyed them blue, which is kind of cool and kind of weird. But I really enjoyed the food on this evening. I loved the flatbread with the hummus and the dips. My son absolutely loved it. In fact, we ate our portion and he asked for more and they gladly brought him more. So for either of the dinners, if there's something that you like and want more of, absolutely ask for it. I know there were a couple things that I didn't care for, and so I ate other things. My husband cared for those and got additional. So you can definitely ask for more. It's not whatever they bring is all you get. And then breakfast on disembarkation day. This will be the same breakfast that they had on day 2, your Batu day, the same options. Like I said, they were all good. That morning we spoke to a cast member and he told me to put the blue or the green milk into my coffee, like as creamer. I personally didn't care for it. I thought it was a little bit chalky, but I thought that was interesting. And when you buy blue or green milk on Batu, it's kind of pricey. I think they're like $6 a glass, which it's kind of a lot to pay for like juice or whatever it is. Milk. I know it's not milk. It doesn't have any dairy in it, but so I felt a lot better like trying it and trying different things, how to use it when we were on the Galactic Starcruiser, because I wasn't paying for it because it was included. Now, alcoholic beverages, they are not included in your fare, but you can order them at dinner, and then there also is the Sublight Lounge, which I feel like is open 24 hours. It's probably not, but it feels like it was always open, and you can order alcoholic beverages there. Now they also have 2 beverage tastings that are, I think, little known, but we didn't do them, but I think that they're something worth looking into if you're a foodie or if you like trying different drinks. The first is Spirit of Adventure. It is $50 per person and you get to try 4 drinks. So it's like a mixology class. I'm going to read you the names of the drinks because I'll never remember. The Silver Sea Martini, the Cloud of Bespin, the Mark of the Huntress, and Drabber's Delight. It's a fun experience where they kind of give you background. They've made a background of these drinks and they share it with you and you get to taste them. Now, this tasting is not something that you can book in advance. So if it's something that you want to do, you're going to want to head to the Sublight Lounge as soon as you embark and sign up for it, because space is limited. I think there might be only 12 spaces available, so if it's something that's important to you, do it right away. And currently it's only offered once per voyage, which is currently at 12:30 on day 2, which is your Batu day. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're putting your schedule together and thinking about what you want to do, how much time you want to spend at Batu, that you would come back and do this. Now they also have a complimentary beverage tasting called the Cantina Chronicle, and because it's non-alcoholic, there is no fee for this event, but space is limited. It does fill up very fast, so as soon as you board, you'll want to go to passenger services to sign up for this class. So the alcoholic one, you're going to want to go to the bar, the Sublight Lounge, and for the non-alcoholic one, you're going to want to go to passenger services. The non-alcoholic tasting begins at noon on your Batu day. And you're probably wondering about snacks. I say all your food is included. There are a ton of snacks. So pretty much if the dining room is open, which I think it opens at 6 a.m. for breakfast, and then it turns over to lunch at 1 o'clock and it's open until 4 o'clock, and then dinner is at 5:30. So I noticed at 4 o'clock at the passenger services desk, they put out snacks. And the snacks are all prepackaged. Most of them are prepackaged. There's a couple that you could like get individually. But the snacks are prepackaged. You could take as many as you want. There were salty and savory options. And I noticed that they changed. There were some that were the same, but some changed from day 1 to day 2. Be sure to visit both days. And I noticed the snacks out until way into the evening. And I'm assuming they maybe stay out all night. We didn't go in the middle of the night, but there were definitely options there. You can also order food in the Sublight Lounge. It is light fare, I'll call it. So like chips, flatbreads, not what I would consider a full meal, but if you were drinking and wanted something to eat, or if you wanted to go in and get something to eat there instead of like in the Crown of Corella dining room, you could do that as well. If you are disembarking early from the Galactic Starcruiser and don't have time or nor want to go and get breakfast in the dining room. They do have grab and go options in the Sublight Lounge. They're on the counter, and if you have an early flight or just want to get out of there, you're ready to go, you can grab the breakfast options there and take them with you. I hope you found this helpful and found out a little bit more information about dining and drinks on the Galactic Starcruiser. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love for you to subscribe if you have not already. I post new videos every week. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!